from the 4th level of hell and sent us down to the 7th level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Or you going to run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was supposed to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Van Zant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped head everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue Joshua or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy. All right, what is up? What is up? I am here. We are here. Chicken, get your chicken here. We are here. Oh, what's going on with my hat? Today is Wednesday, July 17th, 4 days before I'm slated to go to see my queen Janet for the concert. And we here. Oh, that's good. What is going on, y'all? So, we got some things to talk about today, y'all. We got some things to tell about today. Some things to talk about today. And we're going to get through them like only we can. I just came from outside. That's why I was late. I was having technical difficulties. Then I got a knock at the doorbell. I ran outside. I didn't see nothing. Then I saw something at the door. Just I had to go outside in that sun. You will be in the house to see Miss Janet on Sunday as well. Yes, God. We'll be right there on Sunday. Let me say hi to y'all as we come into this good building. Say hello to my wonderful and lovely pupils. Hey, Volvo. Hey, Cookie. Cassandra, how you doing today? Tracy C. A whole live of terrible people. But Amanda Seals and Lady G. Put Amanda Seals and Lady G in. They both did something terrible. I don't think I could be able to stomach if I had those two in as well, Tracy C. Just a whole line full of fuck shit. Oh man. Hey, crazy homebody girl, Tracy W. Hey, Diamond Pearl Jim. What is going on? What is going on? Hey, Miss Tanya. Miss Tanya. Now I added you to the members only chat. I'm still hot from outside, y'all. It's hot as hell out there. It is hot as hell. Anyway, have you been enjoying yourself over there down to the members only chat? Seeing all of their shenanigans that they have going on over there? Because it's nothing but shenanigans over there down to the members only chat. Just nothing but tomfoolery and shenanigans. Hey, Sharice, what's going on? How's everything over there on the West Coast? Xavier, please behave today, sir. Xavier. There go my boo Tanya. Hey, Monk Chip Boo. Opal, how are you? Hi, everybody. Lulu, glad to see you back. Hey, Sean. Sean, we're going to get into some things today. Now, listen, if you are Divine 9, we are going to discuss Divine 9 today. I will drop the link. So if you want to come up and add to that discussion about the Divine 9 today, please feel free. We will tackle Divine 9 today. I'm telling you, it's the last story in our Sugar Spike segment. So I'm telling you now, if you want to come up, I will drop the link because we got to get into something. I was trying to avoid this story and this topic, but unfortunately, I would not be who I am and a man of the people if I did not address this. Yana, what's good, boo? Hey, Ravine. Hello, Ravine. This is me saying hello to you, Ravine, because we love you so much around these spots. Now watch these say I ain't say nothing to her. Here. Ravine, I know you in the Divine 9. You're welcome to come up here, Ravine. Cha. We've been well behaved the last 2 weeks. You've been all right. Montrez, what's good, bruh? Cha. Hey, Quake Simmons. Hey, Janae. Janae, I know you in the Divine 9. You are welcome to come up as well when we have that, when we discuss. So we'll get into it. We will get into it. Anyway, y'all ready to get this party started? I guess I gotta share this out. Hey, Catherine Powell, what's good, boo? Let me share this out because the people will say that I didn't share nothing out. And I had the live up early today. Now I was late to the live, but that doesn't negate the fact that the live was posted early. So if YouTube didn't give you a notification today, that's because YouTube is on that fuck shit and bullshit like they normally are. So, let me post it on the community wall first. All right, it's up on the community wall. Let me post it to the gram. Did I download that? Shit. I forgot to download one thing. Hold your line, y'all. Hold your goddamn line. I forgot to download that. And that's one of the stories. I need that story, don't I? Oh shit. Did I even upload it? Fuck. That's my fault, y'all. That ain't even that's my bad. I don't know what I was thinking about. Okay, there we go. Okay. So let me do that. Let me do that. Let me add it to this presentation over here. No, stop. All right. Okay, so that's gonna go right after this. And we're gonna take you out. We're gonna add this young fellow here. And I don't know why I'm talking. Please don't ask me why I'm talking, y'all. I have no idea why I'm talking this out. Like y'all can see what I'm doing. Child, girl. Y'all can't even see what I'm doing. Anyway, but I'm getting everything finalized. Okay, now we ready. Now I'm done. Now we ready. So let me I am still sweating from outside and I feel the AC, but my body is like, listen, bitch. It's hot out there, and we is hot. This hat is making me hot. Girl. What am I doing? I'm posting to Instagram. Y'all gotta talk me through this. Y'all know it takes nothing for me to get sidetracked. It's nothing for me to get sidetracked. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do that. Next. Next. We live right now for today's edition of Run Your Mouth on my YouTube channel. Link in bio. There we go. Bam. Did anybody put in the members only chat that we live? Y'all don't be trying to help me. God, can I get y'all to help me? I'm like Usher now. Can you help me? That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite Usher songs too. All right. I ain't even get to some of the stuff, y'all. Today, they had some good stuff in the members only chat today. Y'all want to play around in this members only chat today. Shout out to the members. All right. I'm ready. Put a shoundo in the chat if y'all ready to get this party started. I'm ready for real this time. For real, for real. What I just did with that? Oh. I'm ready for real, for real. Hey, Sweet Pea. What's going on, boo? Oh, you posted on Instagram? Okay, cool. Let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do like we've been doing for the last week or two. It's serious stuff going on in politics and in this country. So before we get to pop culture and stuff like that, we got to talk about the serious stuff, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, you know what time it is. It's time for Larry to come out and usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. So today we start right off with the fuck shit and fuckery. Okay. Hey, everybody that's coming in. How y'all doing today? Hey, little baby. So listen, I know my big sis who just turned the big 50. She's a pseudo sneakerhead. If y'all don't know, Really B loves some sneakers, okay? She's a pseudo sneakerhead, okay? So I'm sure that one of you all, a lot of y'all are subscribers to her. Hey, Nessa, I'm sure y'all will go and cop her some of these here fight high tops, okay? I'm sure all of y'all will be running somewhere to go and purchase for the nominal fee of $299 the limited edition Donald Trump assassination attempt fight high tops. Only 5,000 will be created. Each will be numbered. Oh, but wait, there's more. 10 of them will randomly be autographed. I know y'all up here. Listen, put a 1 in the chat if you are going to go out there and get you some of these now. They are estimated to ship in September or October, somewhere around there. They don't know exactly when, somewhere around there. Ravine says she got 5 on it for Really B. Sweet Pea say them shoes ugly. Now, if you say I'm not going to buy these and these are the ugliest things I ever seen in my life, you can put a 27 in the chat. I don't expect to see no 27s in the chat because I knew y'all all gonna put the number 1 because y'all gonna be buying this. Let me read to you in case you can't see it. Let me make it big because y'all might want to read what that say. Let me remove myself so y'all can see all of it. Okay. Let me even remove the banner because I know y'all want to see it. Let me make sure I get it. Okay, this says fight, 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 high tops. Strict limit of 3 pairs per customer. Introducing the fight, 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 high tops. On July 13th, an assassination attempt was made on President Donald Trump at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Despite the attack, Trump stood tall and resilient, leading the crowd with the powerful chant, fight, fight, fight. These limited edition high tops featuring Trump's iconic image with his fist raised honor his unwavering determination and bravery. With only 5,000 pairs available, each one is a true collector's item. Show your support and patriotic pride with these exclusive sneakers, capturing a defining moment in history. Estimated to ship in September, October, your order will ship as it becomes available. So the earlier you buy, the quicker it's made to order. And the price tag, $299. I know that y'all are going out. Y'all are going to go get some payday loans. Y'all finna go rob Peter to pay Paul. Hey, Jay Parrish, I know y'all doing everything in y'all power, working extra hours on the job so that y'all can get y'all these limited edition collector's item shoes from y'all's former president, Donald John Trump. I really think it's this hat, y'all. I can't explain why my body is cool, but my head keep freaking sweating. I think it's this freaking hat. I'm about to put on another hat. Hold on. This not gonna work out. I don't know why this hat is making me my head sweat. And my body is cool, but my head is sweating. That's weird as hell. Weird as hell. Let's see. What other hat do I want to wear? I'm going to try one more time with this hat. This was my hat of the day. I'm going to try one more time with this good hat. If I have one more bead of sweat come down my goddamn head, I'm changing hats. I'm just saying. I might put on the rubber ducky hat from yesterday. David, I see you over there, David, rolling up in my class late. Don't think we don't see you. David, I know you're going to go get some of these shoes. They limited edition. I know you're going to go get some. Go get yours now, David. All right. We ready. Okay. Hey, let's go. What's going on? Just said hey from the UK. Sorry I'm late. It's 11:13 over here. I'm sorry, what is that? 10:13? Yeah, 10:13. Oh, and I've got to work in the morning, so I can't stay. Well, we're so glad to have you over here. I know it's late over there. Go get you some rest, catch the replay, and so glad you came up to say hi to us from across the pond. Tell some of your friends to come over here and watch us and subscribe and stuff like that. Child, we got to move on from these ugly shoes, okay? Hey, Miss Baythang, what is going on? Hey, China White. Listen, I'm telling y'all, we are living in the age of the Antichrist because I can't tell y'all how much this man fits every trait and characteristic of the Antichrist. So now, here's another story on y'all's favorite president. So Tiger Woods says he lost sleep because of the Donald Trump assassination attempt, and that's why he performed so poorly recently at a tournament. Let me read this from you. And this is coming from TMZ Sports. Tiger Woods says he was so affected by the Donald Trump assassination attempt, he actually lost sleep over it, and he admitted it affected at least some of his preparation for this week's huge Open Championship. The golfing legend told BBC Sports he learned of the shooting while on a plane from the States to Scotland on Saturday. Woods said he stayed up all night on his overseas flight, glued to the coverage of the attempt on the former president's life. And it bothered him so much. It impacted his practice round at Royal Troon on Sunday. Quote, I didn't accomplish a lot because I wasn't in the right frame of mind. It was a long night, and that's all we watched the entire time on the way over here. End of quote. He went on to say, quote, I didn't sleep at all on the flight, and then we just got on the golf course. End of quote. Woods, of course, is longtime pals with Donald Trump. If you didn't know, remember Donald Trump gave him the Presidential Medal of Freedom back in the year of our Lord 2019. They've been golfing buddies for many years. He won one of Donald Trump's tournaments, and you know there are pictures of Donald Trump presenting him with an award. I mean, don't be surprised. Remember when the man first came out, he told y'all he wasn't black. He said he's Kabbalah Asian. So I don't know why you surprised. You can go on up right, Tracy. You can go right on over there with Amber Rose. We don't care. It's not hurting us. I mean, I don't see a whole lot of black women out here, clamoring to get with you and your big long 11-inch uncut slab of beef you got between your legs. Don't tell me how I know that. I remember seeing the nudes that got leaked some years ago that he scrubbed from the internet. But sir, we don't care about you. Go to fuck with God. Mind you, you've been performing poorly. No, he didn't say he was Blasian. He said he was Kabbalah Asian. Oh, I remember quite clearly. He didn't say he was Blasian. He said he was Kabbalah Asian. Now, I was alive during that time, Xavier. You weren't even born yet. So we don't care. You're going to try to blame this for why you do poorly this coming weekend. Sir, your ass is old. Your ass is crippled and hobbled by that car accident you had, by all of the shit you had going on with that ex-wife of yours, by several back surgeries, plural. Donald Trump's assassination attempt is not the reason why you're going to be performing poorly. Y'all see that? That's what we call another bead of sweat. Uh-uh. Hold on. I told y'all if another bead of goddamn sweat came across my damn head, I'm putting on my hat from yesterday. That's it. That's all. Putting on my damn hat from yesterday. No, what the damn problem is that damn hat. Cha. Cure. All right. All right, I'm ready now. For real, for real. It might also not help that this hot ass ring light is pointed directly at my fucking head. It's hot ass ring light. Shit is hot as fuck. And it's pointed directly at my fucking head. But I wasn't gonna do that no more. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Woo. That might be better. All right. Here we go. Here we go. So listen, sir, we don't care about you. Go with God. Hey Shay, hey Cams, what's good? Did y'all hear Grinders down in Milwaukee? First of all, some of us don't use Grinder. We don't be on them type of apps. Secondly, we don't live in Milwaukee. It's only like two of you and two other black people down there to the Milwaukee. So I don't know why you're expecting us. Oh, I thought that was sweat. That's the back of this. I'm like, what the fuck is this on my neck? That's the back of this goddamn hat. Cha. So yeah, we don't know what's going on in Milwaukee. We don't. Some of us were alive, if you remember Monk Chip, when he came out with that bullshit saying he was Capital Nation, and all of Black America, including his black father, looked at him like, "Bitch, what? You who?" Child. Oh, you say the RNC is there? You know what? I'm not doing this with you. I've heard that the sex parties are legendaries. Don't be surprised if some of your favorite porn skanks are down to the Milwaukee right now getting paid. I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying. What that pool party was about in the warehouse, oh, you know what it was about, Shay. Don't act confused. Don't act brand new. I'm just saying. We ain't drug Vanessa yet, Lady Bell, but it's coming. Adam Schiff adds his voice to the ongoing chorus of people asking y'all's former president to step aside. He is at this point the highest ranking Democrat right now to come out and flat-footed say it. Now, Nancy Pelosi, we know, kind of said it, but she didn't outright say it. She kind of alluded to it. Adam Schiff did not mince words. He said, and remember, he's running for Senate, for that California Senate seat. Quote, while the choice to withdraw from the campaign is President Biden's alone, I believe it is time for him to pass the torch, and in doing so, secure his legacy of leadership by allowing us to defeat Donald Trump in the upcoming election. End of quote. And that's what he said in a statement. I mean, he went on further in the statement to talk about how a second Trump presidency is going to undermine, the foundation of our democracy, and the serious concerns he has about whether what Donald Trump will do. But let's be clear, this ain't got a damn thing to do with Donald Trump. It is all about the fact that you know in your heart that Joseph Robinette is not fit. Is probably not going to beat Donald Trump. Let's just be clear, especially with Donald Trump being made a martyr at this point. I mean, he might as well be Jesus Christ risen from the dead with the stone rolled away. Okay. I mean, you over there in Milwaukee got Republicans or members of the RNC and MAGA people putting maxi pads on their goddamn ear to mimic the Band-Aid and bandage that Donald Trump got on his damn ear. Hey, TJ, they put maxi pads on their damn ears so as to look like y'all's favorite president. I'm just telling you what I know. So it doesn't look like there are no polls right now showing that right, Jesus Christ superstar. Say it with me. Jesus Christ superstar. Y'all know that's our shit. Bitch, that is our shit right there. You know, some of us, we look forward to that part of the intro. Do you hear me? That's our favorite part of the intro, some of us. But listen, I'm telling y'all, Adam Schiff is as corporate establishment Democrat as you get. When you got Adam Schiff and Nancy Pelosi saying, bruh, it's time, get the fuck out of Dodge, and it's not gonna happen. I'm telling you, these people know something we don't know. There's something that's not being said to us. Because someone the caliber of Adam Schiff and someone the caliber of Nancy Pelosi, they're not saying these kinds of things unless they know, Houston, we have a problem. I'm telling y'all what I know. And this is no slight on President Joseph Robinette, but something's happening. Something is going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about. It's probably going to come out. It's going to come out probably, if I'm a guessing man or betting man, after the Democratic National Convention, because they're going to wait to see exactly whether or not they don't have a chance or not, and then you're going to see if he pulls out or not. And he's on record saying unless he has some severe or serious medical condition, he's not pulling out of the race. Which leads me to my next story, which is the fact that, see, this is the bullshit that I'll be talking about. Because let me tell you how. Now, for those of you all, it may come off over the next 5 minutes that I am against Joseph Robinette. It's going to sound that way. I'm telling you, if he's on the ticket, I will vote for him. But the next 5 minutes, if you are a Joseph Robinette apologist, you may want to, mute me for the next 5 minutes. Okay. Here's the fuck shit. Okay. The fuck shit is you got this man who has cognitive issues, who only does interviews where he literally can plant and tell you what questions you ask him, and you cannot deviate from those questions. That's the only way he does interviews. Then he goes out and says, oh, well, the American public voted for me. Well, sir, that's not the fuck true. Remember, we talked about on this channel, the DNC said over a year ago they were not going to have a true primary. It was going to be a primary in name only because he was the incumbent. That is who the DNC was backing. So there really wasn't a Democratic primary. Let's just be clear. So don't go out here talking about, oh, we voted for him, as if there were really options out there. Because Marianne Williamson was not serious. And for the month or two that RFK Jr. called himself being in a Democratic primary, he wasn't serious either. So there was no Democratic primary. So don't give us this bullshit about how the American public voted for you over the last, 14 months or whatever the fuck. And the fuck was that? Oh, that's the cord. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I keep feeling shit. So please don't come at me with this fuck shit. Don't lie to me. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's rain, okay? Now, let me tell you how they're stacking the deck again. So, instead of I'm going to read this for you, and then we'll break it down after I read this for you, okay? The Democratic Party plans to formally re-nominate President Joe Biden in a virtual roll call vote during the first week of August before the party's national convention, despite protests from Democrats who want more time for the party to consider alternative nominees. The plan was formally announced in a letter to Democratic National Committee members sent Wednesday morning. That's this morning. which comes after a week of internal struggle about whether to stick with Joe Biden after a weak debate performance. Parties typically nominate their presidential standard bearers during live roll call votes at their national conventions, which are often a highlight of the events. But Democrats have been planning for an unusual pre-convention virtual roll call to avoid potential litigation in Ohio, they say. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, the co-chair of the Democratic National Convention's Rules Committee, told reporters Wednesday that the early nomination has nothing to do with Biden's debate performance last month or doubts about his ability to defeat former President Donald Trump. Quote, this meeting was scheduled for many months, the one on Friday, and it was never meant to be the virtual roll call. It will be setting out the agenda as the Rules Committee moving forward, he said, referring to the committee's upcoming first meeting. Virtual voting will not start until after August 1st and will need to be concluded by August 7th to avoid potential legal issues under an Ohio law that set the date at candidates' names for the November ballot. Ohio officials, however, say the deadline issue has already been fixed thanks to legislation passed earlier this summer. Let me read that little part again. Virtual voting will not start until August 1st and will need to be concluded by August 7th to avoid potential legal issues under an Ohio law that set that date as the deadline for parties to submit candidates' names for the November ballot. Ohio officials, however, say the deadline issue has already been fixed thanks to legislation passed earlier this summer. Let me read that again. Ohio officials say the deadline issue has already been fixed thanks to legislation passed earlier this summer. Ben Kendall, a spokesperson for Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose, and who's also a Republican, said, quote, the issue is resolved in Ohio and Democrat proxies know that and should stop trying to scapegoat Ohio for their own party's dysfunction. End of quote. But Democrats say they do not trust the Republicans who run Ohio to follow through. They're worried about last-minute dirty tricks to try to kick Biden off the ballot. LaRose seemed unwilling to bend when the deadline was first raised as an issue and has a track record of being aggressive in disputes with Democrats. The law amending the deadline would not go into effect until September 1st, so the original August 7th deadline will still be on the books when the date comes and goes, providing a potential opportunity for litigation. Let me stop here. Let me tell y'all what's going on here, okay? The Democrats did this themselves. In years past, what happens is I've gone to a Democratic National Convention. I've been a delegate at the DNC. Usually the RNC and the DNC is usually about a week or two apart. They're never a long ways apart. Like right now, they're like a whole month apart. That's not normal in recent times that I remember. Okay, let me give that caveat. The Democrats also, just like they're talking about, oh, there's this Ohio deadline, when they set their convention date to be August 19th, they knew what the law was in Ohio at that time and willfully chose to do that. They willfully chose to set that date in August 19th. Why? They did that because they figured in their mind we're not going to have a true primary anyway. Joseph Robinette is going to lock down the seats anyway, so we don't really care. They figured when they first did this They figured that Donald Trump wouldn't have an ice cube chance in hell of beating Joseph Robinette again. They thought that Joseph Robinette would cruise back to another term. They didn't factor all of this shit in. They did this. And now they're trying to, this has nothing to do with Ohio. Let's be clear. This is everything to do with them trying to pussyfoot around and make all types of wheelchair ramps, ADA access ramps, the proverbial ADA access ramps for Joseph Robinette to crawl his ass into the nomination. Because they know right now, if they vote that shit live on the floor, the shit might be embarrassing because you're going to have scores of votes that are not going to be placed for Joseph Robinette. And as an incumbent president, that shit will be gut-wrenching and embarrassing. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to thwart the system and have people vote virtually under the cloak of darkness before you even get to the DNC, before delegates are even sat at the goddamn DNC. They want to go ahead and do this shit under the cloak of darkness. And here's a news flash, because I'm fair on this side. I am fair. I come at all sides the way they need to be came at. If this shit went on the Republican side, the Democrats would be screaming all types of holy hell. I promise you that's what they would be doing. Hell, I would be screaming holy hell. I'm telling y'all that's what happened. If the Republicans did this, there would be an outcry so loud from liberals, progressives, even centrist Democrats. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. So I'm not going to try to find comfortable excuses to explain away shit that they're doing. Let's be clear. This is a part of our democratic process, and our democratic process is above board. There's supposed to be transparency in our democratic process. Aren't the Dems the ones that are talking about the potential diminution of the democratic process in our democracy? Yet you got shit like this going on where you're trying to do shit under the cloak of darkness and then trying to blame it on, oh, there's this law in Ohio. Because even if the Ohio Secretary of State tried it, guess what the DNC would do? There would be a fucking lawsuit. I'm telling you, the lawsuit would have already been written, and it would be filed the very next morning at 9:01 a.m. And they would win that lawsuit. So don't hand me that bullshit. This is the fuck shit that I'm talking about. Y'all trying to make all of these wheelchair ramps and ADA access ramps and areas and shit to try to help him get there. If he's gonna get there, he's gonna get there. But you got to get there the right way. Don't do all of this shit under the cloak of darkness. Here's another thing, y'all, that's scaring them, because I pulled up this poll today. Here's a new poll. Here's a new poll. Now, this poll right here is this is the Associated Press. This is the Associated Press and NORC Center for Public Affairs research poll. It was conducted prior to, well, I shouldn't say all of it, but most of it was conducted prior to the assassination attempt. It was conducted from July 11th through July 15th of this year. They polled 1,253 adults nationwide. Now, according to this poll, I just wanted to start by giving you that information. According to said poll, 70% of voters surveyed said Biden should withdraw from the race and allow someone else to take on Trump. If we look at the Democrats alone, 65% of the Democrats that they surveyed said he needs to drop out. Let me say that again. 65%. Now, I know what people going to say. I ain't never been polled. They'll never come to black people to do no political polling. When we ever going to get a chance? But here's the news flash. If all of our, because I sometimes you got to talk real numbers with these people. If Joseph Robinette gets every single black vote across America, he could still lose. That's a hard stop. Which is why you see in a lot of cases very little attention given to our real issues. They'll talk a good game in the election season, but when the rubber hits the pavement and they get to legislating and really creating laws, y'all keep trying to tell me, L. Teddy, you over here trying to make Donald Trump president again. No, the hell I'm not. No, the hell I'm not. You can make statistics say anything, but those are the numbers. The numbers say the majority of the people surveyed, including Democrats, and more importantly, look at the goddamn independents, because those are the people that Joseph Robinette is depending on to help him get over the finish line. Look at the independents. It's 77% of independents. The independents are higher than the Republicans. Now, I believe wholeheartedly that Joseph Robinette is probably is at this point going to get the nomination. I think we're getting to the point where he's an old, ornery, cantankerous curmudgeon, and he won't give up unless God rips it out of his cold, dead hands. Okay. So I have no reason to believe he's going to give it up, and he'll get the Democrats are doing everything in their power to softball him there. In my opinion, he will lose. If he's the nominee, he will lose. He has too much blood on his hands with Israel Hamas. People are talking about his mental fitness. My issue is not his mental fitness being the reason that he loses. The reason that I've been screaming he's going to lose is his stance on the Israel Hamas genocide going on. That is where he's going, because he's pretty much lost the youth vote. He's lost that vote. When they were around here arresting college students around the country for simply protesting, people being murdered, that's when he lost. That is when the debate is not, the history may say that the debate was a pivotal moment. That is not what's going to lose him this election. What lost Joseph Robinette this election is his stance on Israel and Hamas. He lost the entirety of the young vote. He lost a lot of black votes. with that. He probably lost Michigan with that, because as we know, Michigan has a huge Palestinian delegation. And remember, Michigan is easily a swing state. Right now, he's behind in every single one of the swing states right now. So it is going to have nothing to do with his mental fitness and his performance at the debate. It will be his decisions, his perpetual pondering to Benjamin Netanyahu, his financing and backing of an entire genocide that will lose him this race. I'm telling you, that's what it's going to be. Now, here's the deal. Let's say by some sheer chance he wins. Here's what we got to contend with. And I want you all over here that are apologists. I'm an apologist for nobody, okay? I just look at shit the way it is. What's going to happen a year from now, 2 years from now, where they're refusing to let the man do press conferences because he's gonna be talking like that, and you're not gonna be able to tell he said because he's gonna be talking like that, because he's gonna be incoherent. He's damn near incoherent right now. In 2 years, when he's in the middle of his presidency, and they have to. Because the next big thing is going to be invoking of the 25th Amendment. I'm telling you what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, if that happens, that you play right into the other side's hands. Because I promise you, will you give up? Will you say, hey, give us Joe Biden or give us death, only to have, even if he wins in 2024, by the time we get to 2028, he's either going to be dead or incoherent. And I promise you, you probably will have 12 years of a Republican government, which means that we will have a government that we no longer recognize. Because I promise you, if Joseph Robinette Biden has to have the 25th Amendment invoked on him during his presidency, these people are not going to be okay. Hell, people on the Democratic goddamn side are not okay with having Kamala Harris. And I love Kamala Harris, but this country is not yet prepared for a female president. I'm just being honest with you. They damn sure don't want a female president who is of Black descent and Indian descent. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. These are the yet to be United States of America. And we have to have a real conversation with ourselves about the country that we live in. We have to have a real conversation about the people that occupy this country with us. Are y'all looking at these people like I am? White America is not going to put a Kamala Harris in that seat. And if she by default gets there because they've invoked the 25th Amendment, because Joseph Robinette died in office, you are going to lose the opportunity to have Democrats run Washington, D.C. for no less than 12 years. Mark my words. I hate to be right about prognostications, but I tell people all of the time, y'all who scream Joe Biden are only thinking about November. Hell, 4 years from now, both Joe Biden and Donald Trump could be dead as hell. They both couldn't be dead because they both old. But then you would have done irreparable damage to this country, the likes of which we can never come back from. So when you hear people saying, Joe, you need to think about the country, our democracy, Joe don't give a damn because he might be going on to the great goddamn beyond and he won't have to live through this shit. Hell, if it do go to hell in a handbasket, he know he getting ready to go on up yonder and leave our ass down here. Hell, he's a rich, white, Christian, heterosexual, rich. I mean, he's rich, he's a man, he's white, he's Christian, he's heterosexual. He has the mantle of white privilege and breastplate of white supremacy. He hurts for nothing. He does not understand our struggle or the struggle of the everyday average citizen. Let's just be clear. He will be okay. And the rest of our ass will be over here struggling. But the point that I'm making is y'all can't even see this poll. That was supposed to make this poll big for y'all. The point that I'm making is that when you hear people say, listen, Joe, I need you to think about what is about to happen. I need you to think about what's best for the country. I need you to think about us stopping the Republicans and Donald Trump and winning this election. Some of these people are thinking about the future. They're thinking about what is to come, not solely about November. Diamond Pearl Jim, if you were here, Diamond Pearl Jim, last year when the Democrats said they were not going to have a real race for the Democratic nomination, was I not screaming from the top of my lungs on this platform, screaming that there is a problem, screaming that Joe Biden was older than God and needed to get out of the way, reminding people that that bastard said when he was running in 2016 that he was only going to do one term? He said that. He said that. This about to be a mess. So I don't want people. There are some new people here who think that I'm a hypocrite, or I am. There are people who have been here for a while. They know there's no revisionist history over here. We have been consistent over here. So, what constitutes a viable third party? One that can win. And right now, we don't have one. The last time I seen a viable third party candidate was what? Ross Perot. Was the last time we saw a truly viable, and we knew he wasn't going to win, but he damn sure made a good race out of it. No, they didn't want to make him keep his word, Diamond Pearl Jim, because some of the same stinking ass bastards that are calling for him to get out of the race, Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, and a whole bunch of these other people were the people who told him to run again. And now these bastards, so I'm just as upset about them as y'all are, because they should have told him this a year ago. The DCCC should have said to him, hey, bro, we know you want to run, but guess what we're going to have? Because you're old as dirt and you told us you were only going to do one term, if you want to run again, then you're going to have to have a true primary. And they should have put it out there. We starting it like it's back at square one, a real primary, but they don't want to do that. Let me move on, because we got to get to some real big issues today. Let me see if we at the
Oh, we are there. Okay, great. I'm gonna drop the link now. If you are Divine Nine and you may want to come up, or even if you're not Divine Nine and you're a Divine Nine adjacent and just want to come and add commentary to our next topic, there's the link right there. If my mods could post that periodically while we're discussing this topic, that'll help me out a lot. But the Democrats, we've been screaming from the rooftop how David Clay Camps is a Democrat. He is, I'm sorry, a political science major. He majored in political science. Yes. He's a political scientist. But yeah, the Democrats, we've chronicled how they have, it's this light. That's what it is. It wasn't a hat. It's this light. But at least I wasn't sweating as much in this hat as I was in the last one. What was I about to say? Damn it, I lost. Oh, we chronicled how the Democrats have gotten races wrong over and over and over and always do the wrong thing when it comes to race. They always do stupid shit. So I don't know. We shouldn't be surprised here. Okay. Moving forward, go with God. So let's get to this. Let me make myself big again. So over last week sometime, there started to be fodder about Alpha Phi Alpha having a constitutional amendment that would ban transgender. That would be essentially a transgender ban. I think their general meeting is what? When is their national meeting? Was it last week or is it this weekend? Let me look that up. I know it's sometime in the near future. Hold on. Alpha. I don't know when it is. I know it's in Chicago. Alpha 2024 Constitutional Convention. It is. Oh, they already had it. All right. I was right. It was last week. So early last week, you saw you saw rumblings of this. This was in the blogs. I avoided it. But they had a constitutional convention where they were going to amend their constitution to say that you had to be a quote naturally born, or I should say that limited their memberships to quote naturally born in the quote males. That was put into their constitution. It was voted on, and it overwhelmingly it won. It won overwhelmingly. It specifically states that that membership will be restricted to quote any male defined as a human being naturally born male who remains and continually identifies as a male. End of quote. That's what it says. Now, they're not the first Black Greek letter organization to do this. Phi Beta Sigma. Hey, Danny. Phi Beta Sigma did this about 7 years ago. I want to say it was like 2017 that Phi Beta Sigma did this. And Phi Beta Sigma did it first because they had a real issue. Some years ago, maybe like 2014 or 2015, somewhere around there, maybe even 2016. There was a situation where someone pledged and was initiated into Phi Beta Sigma over in one of the DC alumni chapters, one of the alumni chapters in the greater DC area. After that person was initiated, come to find out it was a trans man someone that was actually born that was actually born a male, born a woman or born female, but transitioned to male. Of course, they expelled the person from the fraternity. There was a huge, I remember it was a huge thing in Divine Nine circles. It was a big, big, big thing in Divine Nine circles. Especially the Divine Five, as I call them, which is the five fraternities. There's also been, I'm just giving y'all the history, okay? There's also been issues even with the sororities where you've had some of the gays that have had their own pledging process where because I know them, I see them all the time. You have the gay deltas, the gay AKAs, and they even have gay zetas and gay sigma gamma rhos, where you have some of the girls in and around, usually in and around college towns, that will pledge, and they'll be they'll have on Perry or letters and stuff like that at the gate. This was definitely when I was in school and in college, because you didn't have social media like it is today and people taking pictures of everything. So you saw a lot of it back in the day where they would pledge. You would see them in the club. They would stroll and all types of things. One of the more famous entities of that was Miyaka. Um, and Miyaka then morphed into an organization called the Academia Society, because there was such a public when AKA found out about it. There was such a public outcry, and there were cease and desists that were sent out, and there was a whole lot going on there. So those organizations and entities, in terms of gay men, kind of went really underground. They were already underground. People started to find out about it as social media started to be a thing, and then they had to really go underground. But in their going underground, what those organizations started to do is they started to legitimize themselves. They did away with the letters of the sororities that they were, mirroring or mimicking, and they came up with their own names and organizations and constitution. Then they became incorporated entities. I know this because I know people directly involved with these organizations, higher ups, people that were directly involved with the establishment of these organizations. Yes, quick, they were using crests, calls, signs, and everything. So there's that history. We just had Pride Month, and the sororities said happy Pride Month posts and things like that, whereas none of the fraternities in the Divine Nine had, not a single one. Nobody. There was no happy Pride Month, none of that. Although there are LGBTQ plus members in every single organization, all of them. So this comes up from time to time, but now that you have organizations officially putting it into their constitutions, now, did they? You probably right, Sean. You probably saw it. They probably did. Don't nobody pay attention to the iota, Sean. We don't pay attention. So if they did, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one else, nobody there to hear it, did it really happen? But I think they did. I don't know. You're right. I don't watch them. I don't even know them. But I do know some sigmas that are not sigmas, iotas that are gay. Matter of fact, I had a bust down back in the day. Oh, sweet Jesus. He was the iota, but let me tell you something. Ooh, Jesus. Jesus. Ooh, he played linebacker, outside linebacker for a very, very very big college football team. I ain't gonna put his information out there, but he's an iota. Anyway, um, here's where the issue comes in, and I'm gonna drop the link again if somebody comes into wants to come up and speak on this. The problem comes in this: the world is changing. What the organizations and with the way the world was when our founders created them is a very different world now. Why we're not together, I don't even know what you're talking about, Cams. Did you say something? I'm not even really looking at the chat. Like that. What did you say? What if I want to join your organization? You have to come and talk to me. And then that's very easy. Yeah, it's real easy. Anyway. I'm going to tell you, I've had my own struggles with this topic. The topic of how would you feel if Teddy, if you go to chapter meeting, application come across the desk, we do our investigations on these people, and these people on this person on a candidate, a prospect or candidate, and come to find out that this candidate is a trans man. How would you feel? Would you be okay with it? Would you vote them in? And I remember when I was younger, I was always a hard no on that. Even being in the LGBTQ plus community, I was always a hard no. I'll be very brutally honest. I was a hard no on that. Me and my best friend have had many conversations about this particular topic. My best friend is in my fraternity. He's a member of my fraternity with me. And so we've had real candid conversations about this. And I don't know where I am right now, but I'll say this. I don't know that it needs to be etched in stone into the constitutions. I think that the way fraternities and sororities are set up, they have mechanisms and ways to vote people out for any reason that they want. You can vote somebody out because you don't like the way their name is spelled. We vote people out for all types of reasons. So if you want to keep people out, there are mechanisms to do that. I think that by you putting that in your constitution, it seems like a willful and intentional attempt to say, yeah, remember, we don't want no parts of y'all. Like, it seems very deliberate, intentional, and as if you're trying to stick it to those people and say, yeah, we haven't been letting you in, but let me remind you, you never gonna get in because we're gonna put it in our constitutions. And it seems as if there was not, let's be clear, it's kind of like if you think about in we talked about over the years past in Florida and in a lot of states where they have these bills talking about banning trans girls and boys from participating in sports outside of their born sex. And you come to find out you don't have any instances of that happening. Like, it's not happening anywhere in those states, but they're just making these laws just to be, deliberately discriminatory. And I feel like that's what this is. I'm surprised that Alpha, though. Alpha, Phi Alpha, just like my organ, Alpha Phi Alpha likes to present itself as being progressive in its stances, in its way of thinking. And I was surprised when I learned it was Alpha. I can see the Q's doing something like this. at the time, I even understood why Phi Beta Sigma did it. But I was surprised to learn that it was Alpha. I don't know. I'm not familiar with who their general president is now, Quake Simmons. I have no idea who their general president is now. I know we've had some past grand pole marks that were very homophobic in my fraternity. I know some of our past grand pole marks have been openly homophobic, and I've taken issue with it. Hey, Spicy Original. So let's. You always thought the Sigmas have been progressive, but at that time, I don't think that we were ready yet. You're talking about that situation with the Sigmas happened. I don't, Sean, do you remember what year that was? I want to say it was like 2015, 2014. I want to say it was around that time. So I don't know. We weren't where we are now as a people, as a country, or to be frank, even within the LGBTQ community, even in the Rainbow Coalition compound, we were not where we are today on issues involving. It was 27. I know that's 20. I know 2017 is when they passed that constitutional amendment, but I'm saying when the situation happened, when was it the same year when that trans man pledged that alumni chapter up in DC? Because I know they put the constitutional amendment in there after that incident where that trans man ended up pledging and crossing, became a member of the organization, and they didn't find out till afterwards. But even within the LGBTQ community isn't as, you know, in sync and aligned with these things. So, and then you add to that you compound that with the Black community and their issues with all things trans. Child. Give me, I'm gonna look that up. Give me just a second. I know you're probably right, Xavier, but I want to be able to pull the story. But I just feel like the country is moving. The attitudes around our trans brothers and sisters is moving inch by inch, even though they're trying to move us backwards. And I don't think I don't think it serves the Divine Nine well to do this when this isn't a big problem that we're having. We're not having a big problem when you have tons of trans people trying to join Divine Nine fraternities. That's just not the case right now. Let's just be honest. It's just not. We aren't, overrun with applications that come from there. And even if we were, there are mechanisms with which to stop it. So I don't know. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think? I'm just asking. What do y'all think? Because I want to say this. Think about the undergrad students today. The undergrad students in 2024 are very different from the undergrad students in 2004. These kids are progressive. They've lived in an environment and in a world where they've been open and honest about the trans community. They've been not just tolerant, but open arms to the trans community. They have a lot of friends that may be trans that they have no problem with. They are very comfortable with the full scope and spectrum of sexuality and gender identity. So for the fraternities and sororities to then say, because let's be clear, the foundation of these organizations is undergrad. And if the undergrad base of the fraternity or sorority is open to allowing trans people in, then why stop that? Even if you wanted to behind closed doors say we're not going to do that, because let's be clear. Let's be real clear. Even though the sororities came out and said Happy Pride Month, Quake, you in the room, and I got some other sorority members of sororities in the room. They have, some of them sororities have very strict dress codes on how you have to dress when you go to their meetings. They're very strict about, you know, you rolling up in there looking a little too manly, a little too tomboyish, hairstyles, you know, all types of stuff. You know, I ain't lying. So what they've done is they're not gonna openly say, "Yo, we ain't gonna let you in," but behind closed doors, they know how to get the message across. And I just think that this is just unnecessary, and it's just deliberately and intentionally trying to flex your discriminatory behavior, which is problematic, to flex on the LGBTQ plus community. What does this say to members of the community? Because we're all, those of us in these organizations, we are in Facebook groups and all types of other groups, and we go to chapter meetings, and we go to all of these conventions and different things that we attend with our members of our organization, and we hear some of the most discriminatory, some of the most bigoted things said about members of our community, and we know full well that they are giving backhanded jabs at us. I mean, you got brothers that be going way out of pockets, sisters in these sororities that go way out of pocket about members of the LGBTQ community, and not knowing that they're stepping on the toes and giving backhanded jabs at their own members, their own chapter members, their own line brothers and sisters, and they have no problems doing that. And I can tell you, BGLOs are a microcosm of the Black community, just as discriminatory and bigoted as the Black community is toward the LGBTQ community. The Divine Nine is exponentially more so. Most of, I think all of the fraternities I know have something in either their rituals, something in their constitutions, something in their foundings or inceptions that reference manliness or manhood. And what has happened is that has taken people to a point where they harp on that one word or that one part, and they just go real hard in the paint on that, not knowing that we all play a part. Like, I feel like your organization should be a reflection on our community. Let's just be honest. These organizations are supposed to represent the best and the brightest that we have to offer. So are you saying that someone being trans or even LGBT, I'm not going to even just limit it to trans, because there's an outcry on the LGBTQ, on the gays and lesbians as well. So are you saying that someone being gay, lesbian, or trans, or even bisexual limits them on being some of the best and brightest that we have to offer? And what ends up happening is there are those of us that are in these organizations, and for so long, even during the pledge process, many of us were forced in the closet during the pledge process. The pledge process is a very powerful process. And what happens is, during this pledge process, even just to garner admittance into these organizations, go through the application progress, interview process, and then eventually the pledge process and cross, you really have to not even be in the closet. You don't even acknowledge that that a closet exists. Okay, so you are forced to not display authentically any and all that you are as a person, be everything that you are. And then once you cross, you got the older members, or graduate members, or people around that reinforce that and really want those members to know, yeah, you got in, and we see your little tendencies over there, ma'am or sir. Keep that shit to yourself. Don't bring that shit to our chapter meetings. Don't bring that to our organization. Don't bring that to our socials or our events or gatherings. So I wonder, will we see LGBTQ plus members, not just like I said, they're in these organizations, but will we see them in top tier membership? There's the question. Will we see these people start to ascend to top tier membership? Because just like when we go to corporate America and we know if there's no black people at the top, there's nobody looking out to know, understand, and be sensitive to what black people have to endure in those corporate entities. In the same vein, for these BGLOs, Black Greek Letter Organizations, Divine Nine, if there's nobody in the LGBTQ plus community in positions of power at the top tier leadership, is there ever going to really be change? I'm just saying. Right, Sean. I know they're in positions at the chapter level as well as the regional level. That I know, but something's going to have to give at that top tier level. Otherwise, what will happen. Oh, the Sigmas did it, Alphas did it. Qs might be next. I mean, they already had their conclave this year, but who knows? They might be at their next conclave. We have our conclave next year in Phoenix, Arizona. God help us, because it's gonna feel like Satan's nutsack in July in Arizona. Anyway, who's to say that there may not be an amendment to our Constitution, or them wanting to add that to our Constitution next year? And who's there to stop it? I don't want to be unfair to the Divine Nine, to be unfair to the D9. Isn't most of their local and depends on who is a part of the particular chapter when it comes to the voting process? Yes, that is true, which is why, Cams, my whole point is, why the need to put a constitutional amendment in your respective constitution? Now, I know why, because they might be thinking, well, you might have some rogue chapter that decides that they just want to allow a trans man or a trans woman in our organization, and we need to stop that. Well, do you? Oh yeah, I saw. Listen, I'm in those private Facebook groups, and I see they already talking about it. But like I said, if undergraduates are the foundation of these organizations, and the undergraduates in 2024 are way more progressive and tolerant than those in 2004, why stop it? Why? If the undergrads say, hey, we don't have a problem with it, matter of fact, we embrace them, they can certainly come in. If they go through the voting process, they can come in. Why put something in place to say, yeah, we just not going to let y'all do that? I'm just saying. So anyway, I that's just my 2 cents. I feel like if a chapter wants to keep somebody out, there are mechanisms to do that. You vote however you want to vote. But I just think that it's intentionally and um deliberately discriminatory when you say, yeah, we're gonna make sure we put it in our constitutions. That's where I think it's going a step too far. It's I hear what you said, what you're saying, Tracy, and especially for me, when I was in college, that was a very different time than say maybe when Xavier being in college. The world is a lot more tolerant, open to the LGBTQ plus community. When I was in college, the world was open to the white gay community. You had stuff like Queer as Folk and what's the show with Deborah Messing in them? What's the sitcom from back in the 90s where the man was gay? But y'all know what I'm talking about. They were but in the black community, yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not so much. Will and Grace, thank you. Will and Grace. I couldn't think of the name of that damn show. Will and Grace. But the world is a different place right now. And listen, let's be clear. At least for the fraternities, you don't have the numbers that they had like in the 90s or even in the early 2000s. I'm not saying that there aren't people still joining, but there are a lot of options out there for people. And so what you don't want to have is you don't want to have mechanisms that you say, yeah, we're just going to be deliberately discriminatory and keep people out, because you're going to find yourself where people that don't even fall into the LGBTQ plus spectrum, but say, I don't want to be a part of something that's bigoted and discriminatory like that. You see what's happening to the black church. You see people are not going there anymore because they're not going to sit there and deal with hatred. Here we are. Noah's Ark came out after I was out of college. We got to move on. I'm sick of seeing this black and gold anyway. Mess. Oh, God. Well, since we already in the deep end, let's do it then. So let me make this big so y'all can read it. Because let me move the banner so y'all can read it. I'll give you a moment to read it while I'm taking a swig. Come to the whiteboard, Xavier. Bring your ass to the whiteboard, Xavier. Hey, Morgan. Now, I've been dog walking this stinking ass heifer for a long time. And you got a lot of the gays. Xavier, bring your ass to the goddamn whiteboard, Xavier. Because a lot of y'all Gen Zers, y'all the first ones. If anybody do anything remotely homophobic or make statements that y'all have the slightest little feeling about, y'all ready to dog walk them. This raggedy bitch, and I said it, this raggedy bitch that ain't got a lick of music out there, and somebody asked because here's the context. The context was they was like, well, when the fuck is your album coming out? Bitch, you ain't got no fucking music out. And this person in the I guess that's in the Wired made this comment. Now let's be clear. You're a whole ass celebrity, Cardi B. You asked to be a celebrity. You begged to be a celebrity. You wanted this life. So part of the life of celebrity is you got people that's gonna say mean and horrible things to and about you. And you have to learn to ignore it. But no, not her. And even if she said, let me dog walk him, you know what? Okay. My problem is, what's with the unbend your wrist? It's problematic enough that you're coming up with these fabricated excuses as to why you can't release music, you raggedy ass piece of trash. I've never liked her ass. I've never liked the bitch. When she was her ass on Love and Hip Hop New York, I don't know why they ever promoted this bitch and let her be on my fucking television screen. Nevertheless, what is the whole reason for you to put this unbend your wrist? I blame all you Gen Zers because y'all like these hoes that call y'all out, that are openly homophobic, openly transphobic, that are just pieces of human excrement. Y'all celebrate these whores. Y'all buy their music. Y'all try to dress like them. Y'all try to emulate them because the queens that I grew up, they celebrated our community. They understood that if not for the gays, specifically the black gays, they might not have been who and what they are. They understood that we moved the needle. They celebrated us. They invited us to all of their things. They would bring us on stage. When a person put a microphone in their face, they always thanked the community. These raggedy bitches don't want a fuck thing to do with y'all. And every chance they get, they say the most out of pocket shit to you. And y'all be round there, oh, high-fiving them. That's why it seems so hypocritical when some of these Gen Zers be like, oh, I don't see why people go to church, because I'm not going to sit in a place where they talk about me and make me feel bad from the pulpit. But y'all be over here with stankin' ass Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and high-fiving these hoes and putting these hoes up on pedestals, and they do the same fucking thing. They just not in a fucking pulpit at church. I'm just saying. And the other part about it is this. This is why I always tell you the bitch ain't black. I don't give a shit what y'all tell me. The bitch is not black, not, and she'll never be black for me. What the queens that I grew up with, my queens, even going back to the back in the day queens, the Diana Rosses, the Janets, the Mariahs, you know, all my queens that I grew up with, they appreciated the community. They celebrated the community because they knew what the community was doing. And they knew that the community always needed upliftment. They needed support. They needed allies. Because in the black community, our community gets tore down so much. A stinking ass bitch like this don't know that because she's not a part of our community. So she's over here castigating the black LGBTQ, the black queer community, because she don't give a fuck, because she doesn't know what the plight of the black gay community, because she's not in our community and doesn't see it. She just gets fucked by our community and feels like getting fucked by our community gives her access to our community or lets her know what our community is about, and she does not. Girl, I need to move off of this woman because I can get mad. I feel myself getting spiking out. Dear God above, I'm spiking out, y'all. Lord, hold on. Let me pour some more of this. I need to pour some more in here in this cup because I'm spiking out, y'all. I'm spiking the fuck out. I feel myself about to dog walk this woman, and before I say some things that's gonna be real bad, I need to get up off her. Because this about to be bad. Oh, it's about to get real bad around here. Yeah, let me get up off this. Oh, all right. Okay, let me get up off this before we go down the rabbit hole and the place of no return. Whew, moving forward. I ain't gonna even tell this bitch to go with God. Fuck you. Fuck your life. Die slowly. That's what I got for her. Sorry, y'all. And from one raggedy bitch to the next. I told y'all yesterday I ain't like Vanessa Bryant. That I never liked this whore. I told y'all yesterday I ain't never see it for her. Never. And I told y'all yesterday that in the death of Kobe Bryant's dad, that she was gonna be on the fuck shit. I told y'all she was gonna be on the bullshit. So we talked I told y'all this yesterday. So yesterday we did a whole rest in peace to Kobe, his father, right? Did a whole rest in peace, right? So y'all's girl, oh yes, y'all's girl, Vanessa Bryant, because it's a whole lot of Vanessa Bryant apologists around here. Well, here's what she wrote in her heartfelt post. I believe it was on her Twitter. Quote, or maybe her Instagram. Quote, sending our condolences upon hearing the news of my father-in-law's passing. We hoped things would have been different. Although the times we spent together were few, he was always sweet and nice to be around. Kobe loved him very much. Our prayers go out to the family. End of quote. First of all, hey, Nate. Hey, Mamiana. First of all, you putting this out there as if this is not the grandfather of your fucking children. Like you putting it out there like it's me giving heartfelt condolences to the Bryant family, as if your last name isn't fucking Bryant, and as if your children's last name isn't Bryant. That Bryant coming from the man who just fucking died. I'm just saying. I'm trying to calm down. Y'all. I was already mid sugar spike on Cardi B's stinking ass. That stinking bitch Cardi B already had me it had me, spiking out, and y'all go send me straight to Vanessa Bryant. And I told y'all yesterday I couldn't stand this whore. Hey Nate, how you doing over there, boo? I miss you already because we had a good time in Turks and Caicos. Nay, we were just talking about Divine 9 too. I wish you was here to add to the commentary. I know you're a good member of the Alpha to the Kappa to the Alpha sorority. We just had a whole 30-minute conversation about Divine 9. Now listen. You can't start this statement. The first line says, sending our condolences upon hearing the news of my father-in-law's passing. The first 3 words, sending our condolences. Hello, this is your father-in-law. You're supposed to be receiving condolences. Then when she says, our prayers go out to the family, as if this is not your father-in-law and the grandfather of your children, as if you're not part of the family. That's how I told y'all the bitch ain't shit. Then the man's body ain't even cold in the fucking morgue yet. And she wrote, we hoped things would have been different. What does that mean, ma'am? Come to the whiteboard, bitch. Come your ass to the whiteboard. What the fuck does that mean? We hoped things would have been different. What the fuck does that mean, ma'am? We need explanations. Cause you over here talking about this man as if he's not the father of your husband, the grandfather of your children. This ain't a time to keep it the fuck 100. Now we know she couldn't stand Kobe Bryant's parents. Kobe Bryant loved his parents. She couldn't stand his parents. And you talk to people in NBA circles, she kept him away from his parents a lot of times. You ain't lying, Morgan. She was a money-hungry whore. She was a skank that was out for the come up, and Kobe Bryant fell for it. And the story goes, if not for that situation, where was they at? In Phoenix, where, you know, he was caught cheating on her. They were saying that they was going to get divorced. And she was going to take him for everything because the prenup had lapsed. And it was no more prenup. It was Colorado. Thank you, little baby. So she was going to take him for everything he's worth. Listen. All I know is, even if you ain't like that man, that's still the grandfather of your children. You should have kept it cute and not said the fuck anything. You talking about you sending condolences to the family and people sending you condolences and your children condolences. The fuck is, sit your ass the fuck down and shut the fuck up. That's what you should have did. Let me move on because I'm about to dog walk her like I was about to dog walk Cardi B. Let me move on. Before we get to this story right here, we do have some breaking news that Xavier helped us break. So apparently Joseph Robinette has the cocoa. He tested positive for cocoa for COVID-19 today while in Las Vegas. Right now, they said he tested. Corinne Jean-Pierre said that he tested positive following his first event in Las Vegas. Quote, he is vaccinated and boosted and he is experiencing mild symptoms. He will be returning to Delaware where he will self-isolate and will continue to carry out all of his duties fully during that time. The White House will provide regular updates on the president's status as he continues to carry out the full duties of the office while in isolation. End of quote. Let me tell you something. I had COVID this year twice. The second time wasn't that bad because we caught it early enough. But that first time, it sat me down for a little bit. Now, I don't know which strain of COVID that he has. The man is 139 years old, okay? Don't be over here, Corinne, acting like it's business as usual. Oh, he just got the cocoa. He just going on over there to isolate for a little bit. The man might be knocking at death's door. I don't know. Now his doctor has come out and said that he's already taken the first dose of Paxlovid. I'm sure they did him like they did me. They give you the little I think they gave me a was it a steroid shot or a penicillin shot in my arm? I don't remember. It was something. It hurt going in. I think it was penicillin. It was either penicillin or a steroid shot. Something they gave me in my arm. Then they gave me said go pick up this Paxlovid and go sit your ass the fuck down and stay away from people. That's okay for me because I'm a strapping young man in great health, have no debilitating or chronic diseases. The man is older than God. And y'all out here acting like nothing to see here. Now they said they tested him because he was he seemed to have some upper respiratory symptoms. According to his doctor, the White House doctor, Kevin O'Connor, who's the president's personal physician in the White House. Listen, this ain't good, Biden, okay? It's just one thing after another thing. Girl, it did hurt going in. You gonna hurt me going in? Is it gonna hurt going in, Cam? When you come over here, Cam, is it gonna hurt going in? Because if you know what you're doing right, it don't gotta hurt going in. It don't gotta hurt. It could be good going in. I'm just saying. But it's just, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Joseph Robinette, please get it in order. It's just what. You know, we talk about Divine. We talked about Divine 9 for like 30 minutes. You know, if he was online, he'll be the one you call can't get right. He'll be that one player you call can't get right. Because it's just one thing after another. The bitch can't get shit right. You done had the debate debacle. You had the debacle with George You don't call Vladimir Zelensky, Vladimir Putin. You don't call fucking Kamala Harris Vice President Trump. And this was at the NATO summit. You don't have one problem after another. Trump that got assassinated, that have boosted him in the polls even more. And now your ass around here with COVID, and you got to go around here and isolate for God knows how long. Sir, you ever watch Color Purple, Joseph Robinette? You ain't seen where old girl bust the church doors open and said God is trying to tell you something? I'm just saying. Get it in order, please. Oh my God. But that's the thing, Quake Simmons. Somebody running for president, baby, you don't got 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long time. A lot of shit can shake down in 2 weeks. You're supposed to be on the campaign trail. You're supposed to be around these parts getting it in. And they already had questions about your vitality and shit. Girl. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. Child. Anyway, we got to move on, Joseph Robinette. You're going down to the basement and make it happen, but we got to move on. In other news, dear God above, he just can't get right. Brandon Casey, one of the twins from Jagged Edge, he's on the mend. He was in ICU for a few days. He had a bad car accident where he suffered a broken neck, 5 broken ribs, and a skull fracture. And he revealed that yesterday, said he almost lost his life. He shared pictures of his patient information board and stuff. Um, I was like, oh, he was at the grading ICU and stuff. I was like, oh. He said, quote, I have to send a big thank you to Grady Hospital after being in ICU for 5 days. I know the legendary Grady Trauma Center is everything it said to be, the best in the country. Y'all saved my life and I'm forever grateful. I'm so thankful to all you ladies who took care of me, who have nursed me, fed me, encouraged me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, the most from the bottom of my heart, the most sincere thank you I can conjure up. I know people want to know, so here it is. Broken neck, 5 broke ribs, skull fractures, scalp lacerations, and a bunch of pain all over my body. But I'ma be good. I promise y'all. God got me. It's like something trying to take me off this planet, and God keep telling me, nope, not him, not yet. This man, did you lose the ability to put punctuation in this accident too, sir? Because ain't not a bit of punctuation here. All praises to the Most High, most awesome, most wonderful God. Thank you, Lord, from your loyal soldier. There are pictures of the car. Oh, and the car got hit on the driver's side. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the car got hit on the driver's side. Oh, that's not good. Jesus. Yeah, that looks bad. Listen, we praying for a speedy recovery. I don't know how speedy it's gonna be, but we're praying that you recover because that don't look good, sir. Um, well, he's not at ICU no more. I guess he's home, on the mend, and he's recuperating. But I don't know what he was doing. I don't think I see nothing in the article that gives me any inclination. They just say he was in a bad car accident. Um, you know, go when we get off here. I'm gonna play me some. I gotta be the one you love. Ow. You know, why he like the lead singer on that song? I don't know. Anyway, but if you look at the they got pictures of it on the Jasmine brand where you can see pictures of the car. It looks real bad. Yeah, it looks real bad. Anyway, so we're praying for your recovery. Go with God. So this is happening. So y'all know I did a review of the documentary Call Me Miss Cleo. The documentary they had on Miss Cleo. You can find it on my platform. That documentary. But now Lifetime is doing a biopic on Miss Cleo, and the Lady of Rage is playing Miss Cleo. We gonna watch it. I'm not gonna lie. The story of Miss Cleo is close to home because this all went down in my neck of the woods in South Florida. This all went down in Broward County, which is the next county over from Miami-Dade County. So I remember watching this in real time. I remember the rise and fall of Miss Cleo. And whenever I hear stories and different things about it, I always get captivated because I remember that time period. So yeah, we'll be watching. Will you be watching? I want to see how good the Lady of Rage does with this. I'm kind of excited to see it. Now y'all know Lifetime is hit or miss on the they hit or miss on biopics. People say the best one they did was the Clark sisters, but even that had its moments where there were, things. We know that debacle that was the Wendy Williams biopic or the Aaliyah biopic. Both of those were trash. Listen, wasn't it everything, Tracy? Call me now and let Miss Cleo answer your questions. Remember that? Child. Girl. Go with God. Oh God. It's just trash after trash. Oh dear God. How am I gonna make it through this whole fucking live? It's just trash, trash, and more trash that keep coming up. God help me. So that's not a woman. That would be y'all's boy Bobby Lytes. I heard Xavier got a thing for Bobby Lytes. That's his little boo thing. He got a little crush on Bobby Lytes. And that's okay, Xavier, if you like him. Girl, you could be into maybe you like film tops. That's and there's nothing wrong with that. I heard, that's your thing. I'm okay with that, Xavier. We still love you. We still love you. Anyway, I feel like something crawling on me. Xavier is busy with Drewski. Oh, you said you ain't no damn lesbian, but you like Drewski. Why I feel like something is crawling on me. Maybe that's hair. Anyway, you said you ain't no lesbian, but you like Drewski. Child, Xavier girl. Where's my story at? Let me get through this. So Bobby Lytes says that he's done with cocaine and alcohol. Child. But you're not done with plastic surgery? Because you should have been done with that shit first. He posted on social media, on X, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. He posted, quote, "No more blow. I'm good off that substance. Since putting it down, I've gained more clarity. Skin has improved even more. I also have saved so much money. I've also been sober from alcohol for a while now, but I feel that may change this year, maybe around my birthday. But hey, everything is in moderation, and I'm proud of myself." End of quote. We don't care. We don't, sir. Why I keep feeling like I know why I keep feeling like something on the back of my neck. Because that's this damn back of this hat. I'm like, what the fuck is crawling on the back of my neck? And it's this damn hat. Every time I go like that, the back of the hat brush the back of my neck. I'm like, what the fuck is crawling on me? God. Oh my God. I mean, okay, Bobby, we don't really care. You need to give up plastic surgery. That's what the fuck you need to do. Because the Bobby Lytes right here is very different from the Bobby Lytes that we saw on your first season on Love and Hip Hop Miami, when you was trying to get your back blown out, or I'm sorry, when you were getting your back blown out by Prince. Go with God. So we gave her a little bit yesterday. We gave Amber Rose a little bit yesterday. So Amber Rose got in her feelings. So apparently she watched Joy Reid dog walk her, right? Because Joy Reid did dog walk her. Sure did. And we wasn't mad about it. Joy Reid dog walked her on MSNBC after she went up there on the Republican National Convention stage on Monday. So yesterday, she wrote on Twitter, quote, "Hi, Joy Reid." And she added, Joy Reid, "I've never said I wasn't black. I said I identify as biracial. I'm not going to invalidate. I'm not going to invalidate my white father to make you feel comfortable. Stop being a race baiter. Your president does enough race baiting for all of us." The minute or millisecond that her finger depressed from the enter button or whatever button she used to send said message to Joy Reid, somebody immediately followed that up by replying to her with this to remind her what she said.
I do not consider myself a black woman. Absolutely not. I do not consider myself a black woman. Absolutely not. I do not consider myself a black woman. Absolutely not. I consider myself a black
woman. The people said that's what you said. Cause so you over here trying to call for Joy Ann Reid, who we love dearly. Talk about I never said I was not black. And the people said, well, ma'am, what you said is, quote,
I do not consider myself a black woman. Absolutely not.
So maybe what she's saying is she's not a black woman. Maybe she's a black man in her estimation. Maybe she's non-binary gender conforming or non-gender conforming. But the people wanted to remind you that you said you do not consider yourself a black woman. We don't even need to read you, ma'am. There is no need to dog walk you or read you, because just us playing that one clip over and over and over is all the dog walking that's needed. We don't need to we don't need to drag you. We don't need to make you feel bad. Baby, you do a good job of that yourself. I swear on her forehead, that shit says bitch and skank. Let me blow it up so y'all can see it. Y'all tell me what's on her forehead. I promise you it look like it say bitch and skank. I don't know what it says, but it looked like it say bitch and skank. I'm just saying. You say her pussy ain't selling like that. She need this strap check. Nay said, just say you have to pay your bills, honey, and stop playing with us. And this how you choosing to do it. Ma'am, stop playing with us. You got bills to pay. Ain't nobody checking for you. And so, girl, you went over there to get a paycheck. It says place balls here. I think it says bitch and skank. I'm just going to assume that's what it says. She did start the slut walk. Wiz ain't paying child support no more. Her other baby daddy chased the old lady. Boom. She needs the money. It says big and dummy. Your son's black. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all so damn silly. Her pussy sounds like a whoopee cushion. Y'all are silly around these parts. Oh, I can't do this with y'all. I can't do this with y'all. I was trying to figure out what it says on her forehead. I'm just saying, man, we have nothing else for you. Okay, go to fuck with God. Go with God. How do you hear an assessment of her and Black Chyna's career one day? Child, can we do an assessment of her and Black Chyna? Child, this was our last story yesterday. This is our last story again today. What the fuck do y'all got going on? We down to our third judge now. We had Judge Glanville just yesterday, y'all. Woo, I'm over here crying real thug tears. Just yesterday, we reported about the new judge, Judge Shakura L. Ingram, being assigned because they had put Judge Glanville off the case. That was Judge Ural Glanville, right? So then we had the new black lady, Judge Shakura Ingram. Baby, it wasn't even 24 hours. Judge Ingram said she had to recuse herself. And said because she explained that her deputy previously was previously engaged in an inappropriate relationship with Young Thug's co-defendant Big Breast and allegedly tried to sneak contraband into jail for him. She said this could call the court's this could call into question the court's impartiality. Well, let's be clear. You ain't gonna find no judge. The man has dealings all over the Fulton County. Him and his henchmen done dip they spoon into every sugar bowl in Fulton County. They done had deals with everybody in the world. They done did something illegal with every sheriff's deputy, every police officer, every person down to the DA's office, every bailiff, every county clerk, every stenographer. Who the fuck you gonna have next? Every correctional officer. I mean, I'm just saying, even the people who help you put your damn shit out your pocket and put it in the box so you could go through the metal detector. Them people got dealings with his people. You ain't got a fuck person down to the Fulton County that ain't got some type of shit to do with fucking Young Thug and his people. It's like 1 degree of separation for anybody in all of the greater Atlanta area and fucking Young Thug. We ain't gonna never get this shit. Try. Just throw the shit in the garbage. Let the man go free. Y'all letting the whole demagogue in the form of Donald John Trump go free. Let this man go free. Throw this case to the garbage and keep it the fuck moving. Okay? The man ain't bothering nobody. God. I'm just saying. Listen, whatever Young Thug is paying his attorney, it is not enough. Whatever he is paying that damn attorney, it is not enough, because that attorney is over there doing the Lord's work. That attorney is over there making it happen. Do you hear me? Child. Girl. Just a goddamn mess. Fanny, y'all gonna have to. Fanny, y'all need to. Fanny. I know this is. You're not lead prosecutor on this, but I know this emanates from your office, ma'am. I need you to let this go. We got more breaking news. Bob Menendez is resigning. Let me break this news. Y'all know we like to break news around these parts. See what we got. I swear this thing keep rubbing against my damn neck and bothering me. Let's see. We got any traction? All right. So this is according to NBC News. Democratic Senator Bob Menendez tells allies he will resign after bribery conviction. Because remember, but not are you going to resign? Are you going to withdraw from the race for senator in the great state of New Jersey? Because he's still running for senator. Lord. Let me read this. Senator Bob Menendez, Democrat of New Jersey, has told allies that he will resign from Congress after being convicted on federal corruption charges. 2 people directly familiar with those conversations tell news outlets. Menendez, who had been defiant for months in the face of calls from dozens of Senate Democrats to resign, appears to have finally relented after the guilty verdict and growing threats to expel him if he refused. He is calling allies to tell them of his intentions to resign. ending would ending would end a 3-decade. That doesn't sound like good grammar. He is calling allies to them that they're missing word. NBC, get your fucking writing together. I want y'all to read what the fuck I'm reading, because I want y'all to know I'm not making this shit up. Hey, Fran, thank you for renewing your membership. I'm not making this shit up. I want y'all to read what the fuck I'm trying to read here, because this is the bullshit that I'm talking about. Hold your line, because I'm trying to make sense of what the fuck I'm reading. What the fuck is this? This is bullshit. Here's what the fuck I'm reading, okay? So I'm right here on this paragraph, right? This is a paragraph I'm on right here, okay? Menendez, who had been defiant, let me make it bigger for y'all, okay? Menendez, who had been defiant for months in the face of calls from dozens of Senate Democrats to resign, appears to have finally relented after the guilty verdict and growing threats to expel him if he refused. He is calling allies to them of his intention to resign. What does that mean? He is calling allies to them of his, is it to inform them of his intention to resign? These sources said. Ending would end a 3-decade. What is that? Ending would end a 3-decade. Ending would end a 3-decade career in Congress that included a powerful committee chairmanship, writing major legislation, and 2 criminal trials over allegations of corruption. I need somebody to do better with their writing. Among those who urged him to resign were Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Senate Majority Whip Dick Durbin, and Menendez's friend and fellow New Jersey Democratic Senator Corisha Booker, former football player and power bottom Cory Booker, alleged straight man Democratic senator out of the great state of New Jersey, Cory Booker. Remember when he was calling himself dating that actress lady? I can't remember her name, the Hispanic actress lady. Right, Xavier, they can't pay for Grammarly. I mean, or at least get the trial version of something. Here's what he said. In light of this guilty verdict, Senator Menendez, this is what Chuck Schumer said. In light of this guilty verdict, Senator Menendez must now do what is right for his constituents, the Senate, and our country, and resign. End of quote. I don't need to read no more. That's what is going on with that. What I need is I need for NBC to do better. Child, we have to put a list. Yeah, Rosario Dawson, thank you. Child. Corisha. Girl, the stories that come out of Stanford University about you when you was over there down to the Stanford, how you was getting your back blown out. I love you, Corey. I love you down, but I need you to live in your truth. We still gonna love you. I mean, girl. We've been on here over 2 hours, y'all. What time is Really Be going live? I know Really Be is gonna cuss me out. Can somebody go, Xavier, go around there and tell me what time Really Be going live? She gonna cuss me out. You see, he got them childbearing hips, okay? He got them hips that say, listen, I've been taking back shots. They used to call me back shots Becky, back shots Bertha, down to the Stanford University. She was just live. Did I miss something? I don't know. Oh, she said she was going live to do something with Big Brother or something like that. Anyway, y'all, that's all we got for today. Anybody else got any more breaking news that we need to report on? I had some meltdowns today, y'all. I had some sugar spikes. I apologize. I'm gonna do better. But when shit be happening, I be like, girl, Lord, Jesus. I be having to call it out. Today is the last day of Prime deal. Any good deals I need to be concerned about? I mean, good deals. Anybody saw any good deals? I scrolled through there. It wasn't nothing really that was a good deal. Like I saw them, they were selling like a 65-inch TV for like $1,100. I was like, that ain't no fucking deal. We did talk about Joseph Robinette having COVID. We talked about it. You need to place another order. What am I ordering for you? You know, the gift gets better every inch over 6 that I take. Just saying. It gets exponentially better every inch over 6 that I end up having to take inside my body. Take that for what it's worth. You the one with all the money, Cams. I is Poe. And you the one with all the money. You gonna send a chicken and broccoli casserole to Joseph Robinette? I'm not doing this with you. Girth matters. It does, but after about 5 minutes, my body has adjusted to that girth, and I'm looking for you to hit a corner I ain't know I had. I'm just saying. The fat kids deals or slick deals on Twitter. Okay. I make more than. What are you talking about, Cams? What are you talking about, sir? I is Poe. We was just talking about you yesterday when you left. That's why it pays to stay in class. We had a whole 5-minute conversation about you yesterday and how you are a Delta girl like me, meaning you only fly Delta. But unlike you, I fly Comfort Plus. You fly first class everywhere you go down to the Delta, okay? You fly first class Delta everywhere. I'm just the Comfort Plus because I ain't got to be first class all the time. Comfort Plus is good for me. But you, sir, fly. You fly first class everywhere. You and bougie ass really be. Yep, he sure do, little baby. Go check his Instagram out. You will see it. Go check him out on Instagram. Now, if I'm going real far and I don't want to be bothered, I have been known. When I went to Japan, I did fly first class to Japan. Sure did. But I only need Comfort Plus. Most time I'm only flying for like at the most 2 hours. I can get most places I need to go in about 2 hours. So I can get, I don't need first class. But once you go 4 hours or better, I might need first class. I don't know. I only do first class on flights over 4 hours. Cams, we be seeing it in real time. See how Cam's over that line? Cam's is also women, ladies and men who deal with getting their back blown out. Y'all ever had the men who be like, man, I ain't working with that much. My dick real little. And then you get in the bedroom and they pull out some shit that take your eye out. They pull that shit out and they take your whole eye out. What the fuck? Wait. And you be like, wait a minute, that's not what you told me. You didn't sell me that shit. You told me your shit wasn't that big. So I thought I was going to come in here and be able to handle some shit and do backflips and somersaults and throw it back on that shit. You came out here with double-digit ass dick and shit and wanting me to do all of that shit. I just can't do all of that with this, with all of that you got going on, sir. What other YouTube live I be on? I'm supposed to be on the YouTube on the RuPaul panel, but they be doing it on the weekends, and all my weekends are shot to hell. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Wait, Nessa said I miss him. Yes, ma'am, Nessa. Woo! Nessa said I miss him. Girl, I miss him too, Nessa. I miss him too. Oh man, it's slow at Amazon. Listen. Listen, you could always go watch some of my stellar reviews. If you want to laugh, go watch my old Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reviews. My old Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reviews are hilarious. If you want to just see good quality reviews, watch David Makes Man, watch Lovecraft Country. I even had some good reviews when I was doing Greenleaf. And shit, I got to get back to doing reviews. It just take a lot out of me. It takes a lot. And I'll be so busy. Cha. But I ain't got no more panels tonight. I got meetings tonight, and I need to get up off here so I can go get something to eat and get ready for my meetings. Just got back home. Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Listen, Greenleaf is how we got clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off the clapper. Child, if you go back, you know what that clap on, clap off was for, and you know who we was talking about. Child. Girl. Or the Where's Kevin shtick on Greenleaf reviews. Be like, where's Kevin? Where the fuck is Kevin? Because y'all Judy Winslowed Kevin. Now I know he went over there on that show with the little firefighters or whatever, but I still wanted more of Kevin. Where is Kevin? What's so funny is one of my highest reviews on Greenleaf, I think it was like a season finale, one of the season finales, and it has a big ass picture of Kevin on there, and Kevin wasn't even on the episode. And I was just asking, where's Kevin? Where the fuck is Kevin? Girl. But shout out to people who know who I'm talking about when I did the clap or clap off or Greenleaf. That was an epic review too, when we first broke that out. Oh, that was a good episode. I know Volvo remember. That was a good review right there. That was a good review. Oh my God. Why did I call that woman the clapper? Cha. Yeah. Anyway, we about to get up off here. Let me get up off here. Y'all just not gonna keep me on here. Like I ain't got nothing to do tonight. Lord. As I always say, I love y'all. I love all y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I gotta go watch. I know Big Brother is tonight. Is that at 8 o'clock or is that at 9 o'clock? Let me look. The premiere of Big Brother. I gotta see. Big Brother. Big Brother. So it's at 9 p.m. Okay. It's at 9 p.m. Why am I trifling? You know I'm about to call you and cuss you out, Cams. Since I'm so trifling, I'm about to call you and cuss you out. And you can tell me to my face. Well, not to my face, but over the phone why I'm so goddamn trifling. I'm not going to watch that bad Tyler Perry movie. I'm just saying. If I have to watch movies that bad, you need to give me some nudity, okay? I'm just saying. Throw in a dick slip, a full frontal or something. If I got to sit here and suffer through horrible writing and shit, at least throw in some full frontal so we can make it through. Give me something to look forward to. Ciao. Oh yeah, because they probably gonna bring half the house in today and half the house in tomorrow. You know they'll have a little challenge where they'll try to where they're gonna have to do the first head of household challenge. I know how that's gonna go, but I'll be watching anyway. I got to get out of here until next time. I can't promise y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow, but I know tomorrow's a busy day. Friday's a travel day. Um, Saturday we won't have Silly Saturday. Sunday I'll be at Janet Jackson's concert, so I'm gonna if I'm gonna try to do even if it's a quick live. I'm gonna try to do a live tomorrow. Um, and then you probably won't see me till Monday. Because I got to go out of town, and then I got the Janet concert on Sunday. So until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. Love y'all.